I know my battery has enough juice, my storage has enough space, but it stopped recording. I could have bumped into a button. It said, unfortunately, the camera app. So I'm starting again. There's 3 signs over there. Say to Alaska is this way. Yes, if you're unhappy I'm filming you, just contact me directly. And I contacted them last year, and I said, I'd like to do programs here. I also asked somebody recently, what's going on with this? Are they ever going to reopen? And chances are not. And then supposedly it's really hard to communicate with them. Even our government might not be able to. And because maybe we would need that space, but they would have to come take this down because they don't want anybody else to do it. They're trying to pretend they're not continuing to micromanage the world and wanting to police it, but they've just been wasteful and extremist as they've done it, and now they're trying to cut down on their wastefulness, except they do it in ways that will get back to bite them in the ass for multiple generations. Anyways, sometimes I've dated a few women my age from different countries, and I was astounded with their maturity levels being that low. And it's very rare, but sometimes I'll meet somebody in their 20s and their parents might be, let's say one's a professor, one's an engineer or whatever, or in music, but really talented or something like that. And often maybe might have come from another country, or their parents have traveled and they have maybe as a young person as well. And that person in their 20s is a lot more attractive to me. And it's not necessarily biologically, but you and your cabinet ministers and leaders of the world very likely suffer from this like everybody else does, is you want to assume that the biological age is correlated to, especially now it's not because of ages, you can explain it, but it's correlated to wisdom or the maturation process, when it mostly not. So if I was a prime minister, knowing, hey, I need more information about this environmental stuff, this human rights stuff, this refugee stuff, these global movements for a better paradigm to slow down our killing of the biosphere, of life on this planet, should I ask Stephen Guilbeault or Greta Thunberg, Greta? And of course, my answer would be Greta, and then probably everybody that wanted me to become prime minister because of my particular talents they wouldn't like this one, that I'm choosing the right person. They say, how can you do that? She's just a young dude. Well, it's easy to assess that her wisdom on these subjects is higher, that she, did more advocacy at her young age, even before he became an MP. He might have gotten arrested once. She probably got arrested in multiple countries before, I'm filming this blog for sure. And also, last time I heard her speak, about a month ago, her English was a lot more pleasant and accurate to listen to without a script, because she was walking. And then Stephen Guilbeault, so, how do you explain that? That she's done more, that she knows more, that she's more mature than people from our culture. And I'm not saying her entire culture is, but she came from parents that supported her, that helped her out of her depression by saying, if you want to do something about it, we're supporting you. And she became somebody that should have won Nobel Prizes, peace prizes, should be honored a lot more than a king is, or a pope is, or a prime minister, or a king, or a secretary general is, or whatever. And you don't get that as a species. You don't get that I would choose her and I'd be intimidated by her, but I'd never be intimidated by the people here that say, hey, what are you doing around here? I'm filming a vlog. Do you want to get access to it? Because it's public. And also, why didn't you answer my question from a long time ago? And why, when I ask people around here, can't they give me a straight answer what you're going to do at this place? Because we might make use of this space, and you want to micromanage everything as a country, pretending you don't. Pretending that you don't want to police the world anymore, but really you want to be less wasteful when you do it and get more people to pay for it. You still want to micromanage everything as a culture. Not as one person and is, you know, dozen of whatever, but no, as a culture, you're still this sick, which proves again your lack of wisdom as a culture, as a people primate species, and your lack of the maturation process.